There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Synchronized sightseeing right here on your very own bus. Now, Now, the transportation system runs continuously out to the restricted areas of this huge place we call Kennedy Space Center. We'll stop at 3 different destinations. First is the Launch Complex 39.
Looking out at it now, Kennedy Space Center occupies more than 140,000 acres. That's about 220 square miles, or about 1/5 the size of the state of Rhode Island. About 6,000 acres are devoted to Space Center operations.
The rest is a wildlife sanctuary. More endangered species make their home here than any place in America, other than the Everglades.
Next launch, which is going to be around the last of next month, going up from launch pad 39B. And the way it stands right now, Discovery is supposed to come back piggyback from California this coming Tuesday. Just land moving vehicles.
Now all those transit systems are working perfectly.
Earlier, we posed a huge transportation question. How do you move 11 million pounds of shuttle and platform to the launch pad?
The crawler transporter is the biggest tracked vehicle in the world. A crawler weighs about 6 million pounds unloaded and has a surface area about the size of a baseball diamond. A single fleet off its tracks weighs a ton. 2 large diesel engines generate electrical power for the motors that turn its treads. Operating it.
Well, from the bus up there, ladies and gentlemen, launch pad 39A. Excuse me. When you get up here, look left, you'll see 39B. These are the only 2 pads that the shuttle will go up from. Discovery from launch pad 39A around the 11th of this month. Endeavour will be going up from launch pad 39B. These are all manned launches. Now, when you get up here, look to your right across the water, you're going to see more launch pads. That's on the Cape side. That's where they launch the Titan, the Delta, and the Atlas rockets. These are all unmanned flights. Ladies and gentlemen, you're coming to your stop up here in a couple more minutes. Please take everything with you when you get off the bus.
Towers over there, you see all the different towers.
because you could see that one over there.
Rockets ever built, and 12 launched successfully. Only 3 Saturn V's remain in existence. You'll see one of them in just a few minutes. Refurbished by NASA to Smithsonian standards and moved inside for display in the Apollo Saturn V Center, a facility, a center that indeed does house the spirit of Apollo. Being only a couple miles from launch site where we left to go to the moon, I think is significant. There's also a very human side to what began here at Kennedy Space Center 30 years ago. Here's Jim Lovell describing a high point of his experience in space. It wasn't surviving the explosion that aborted his moon landing during the Apollo 13 mission, but something even more memorable.
That would have to be Apollo 8, because we were the first 3 people to see the far side of the moon, which we never see from the Earth. And we were like 3 school kids looking through a candy store window. It was the most miraculous sight. But the high point was when we came around to the other side and saw the Earth come back up again out of the horizon. When you look at the Earth and you think that you can put your thumb up to the window and completely hide the Earth, it gives you a pretty good feeling of insignificance and humbleness. Just to think that everything you have ever known, your home and the home of a few billion other people, is just sitting there like a little ball on a Christmas tree.
Now, one of the big questions I'm asked here quite a bit is by people that have seen the space shuttle launches. They ask me about a countdown clock they've seen on their television screen. They'd like to know where it is, maybe some sort of reference point to where they are here. Well, if you look off to the left in the distance, there's a flagpole. Right below the flagpole, down on ground level, is a blue box. That blue box is the countdown clock you see on your television screen. That's because this area here on the left is also NASA's press site. Press from all over the world are invited here by NASA to cover the launches and landings of all the shuttle missions. On the right, the Vehicle Assembly Building. The VAB is the second largest building in the world by volume size or amount of space inside the building. It has the same volume as 3 3/4 Empire State Buildings. Now for reference, that American flag you see painted on the front there, that's 209 feet tall, the same height as a 20-story building. But the only road to use to tow the vehicle in on is the same road that we're traveling on now. So security closes this area off to traffic. The orbiter then is towed down the left-hand side of the road, across a small access road into the facility here on your right. Now as we go by the facility, look right back against the wall here, and you'll see how the doors are specially made to allow the wing and tail section of the shuttle to go inside. Here on the access road itself is a blue line painted down the center. It's called the Center Reference Mark Line. Front tire of the orbiter has to be kept. Alligator right up on the bank there. Manatees right there in the water next to it. Now off to the left here, the blue line I spoke of earlier continues off this small access road called the tow road, T-O-W, and that continues on out about 2 miles to the landing facility.
Because it's got a ring that goes in there. These are small.
is fact. Thanks again for joining us. We'll be departing momentarily.
The Saturn V rocket was the largest machine that's ever flown, but even it would be dwarfed by what you're going to see next. The International Space Station will cover as big an area as 2 football fields when it's fully assembled in space. So big, it's been billed as the newest star on the horizon, and you'll be able to track it in orbit with the naked eye. It'll take several years to complete the assembly. NASA's launching the components in an exciting series of space shuttle missions. The whole story unfolds in amazing details just a few months.
This isn't really they'll have to at some point commercialize the products that they come up with up there. And the research suggestions come from private companies a lot of times. But it's not actually a commercial venture. They'll have to go through their government or whatever country owns the lab. The actual cracks that will be sent up there.
But there's no men down there, does it?
Take care of my national
How could they make a rocket with no net?
Guys, have any questions about what you're looking at here or anything? Please let me know, Albies.
So only work on Saturday.
What is it or where is it? There it is, and it's that is the first lab module that's going to be connected onto the station in January next year. It's actually a U.S. lab module. And that's going to start the real experimentation of science. That's the whole heart of this endeavor.